Do you remember the summers when you were a child? They seemed to last forever. An afternoon out with friends felt like a lifetime. But now, you blink, and Christmas is here. You blink again, and you're a year older. Is the Earth spinning faster, or is the clock running wrong? No, the clock on the wall is still running to the second, but the clock, in your head, it's accelerating at a terrifying rate. This isn't just a feeling. This is a real neuropsychological phenomenon. And the bad news is, if you don't understand its mechanism, the rest of your life will fly by in the blink of an eye. But the good news? You can hack this system to slow down time. How? Go inside your brain. The first and most common hypothesis is purely mathematical, Janet's law. Imagine your life is a cake. When you are 5 years old, a year is equal to 20%. Your entire life. It's a huge slice of cake. So you feel like it's very long. But when you're 50, a year is just 2%. Your life, a tiny fragment. For an adult brain, a year is no longer a long time, but merely a short, repetitive cycle compared to the vast amount of data you've accumulated over time. But the math is only part of the story. The real reason lies in how your eyes and brain process images. Think of your brain as a video camera. Research from Duke University shows that children's brains process more images per second than adults. Children's eyes move constantly, gathering raw data at a high speed. Their frame rate is extremely high. When too many frames are recorded per second, when played back in memory, the footage appears very slow motion. That's why things used to be so long. As you age, neural networks become more complex, but signal transmission slows down slightly. To conserve energy, the brain begins to reduce the frame rate. You record fewer images per second. When played back, the film of your life is sped up. Time-lapse. You're living in fast-forward mode without even realizing it. But the most important factor that kills time is familiarity. The brain is an extreme energy-optimizing machine. When you do a repetitive task, like driving to work, brushing your teeth, sitting in the same place in the office, the brain switches to this mode, Autopilot. It stopped recording memories. Why waste hard drive space recording the 1000th day you spent in that office? It would just overwrite old data. Conversely, when you were younger, everything is new. The first time seeing the sea, the first time riding a bicycle, the first time experiencing heartbreak. When encountering new information novelty, the brain releases certain signals, dopamine, and he began frantically jotting down every detail. The denser the memory, the longer the period of reflection. Adults feel time flies by because their lives have become a loop with no new data. We don't live 365 days, we live one day and repeat it 364 times. And here's the twist of the digital age. Distraction to slow down time. You need to attention in the present moment. But nowadays, we rarely truly are there. When you're walking but listening to a podcast, when you're eating but watching YouTube, the brain doesn't register the experience of walking or eating. Those moments are erased from the timeline of consciousness. The more you multitask, the more moments of your life you erase. You're fast-forwarding through your own life to get to the next notification. So, are we going to surrender to fate? No. You can slow down time today by forcing the brain to exit autopilot mode. You don't need to travel around the world. You just need to take a different route home. Brush your teeth with your left hand, your non-dominant hand. Read a genre of book you've never read before. Learn a new skill. When you break a routine, you force your brain to wake up and start recording it. A day full of experiences. Knew it will be more than twice as long as a typical workday. You can't extend your biological lifespan, but you can absolutely extend your cognitive lifespan. Ultimately, time is not measured by clocks, it is measured by memory. If you want to live a long life, don't aim to live to be 100 years old. Aim to fill each year with firsts. Don't let comfort lull you into complacency. Boredom is a poison that makes life fly by in the blink of an eye. Seek surprise. Be as curious as a child, because when you are surprised, time stands still. Now you know the secret to slowing down time is creating new memories. But what if your memory is declining? How can you keep your brain as sharp as it was at 20 so you can fully enjoy these moments? There is a miraculous ability called neuroplasticity. It allows the brain to regenerate itself at any age. The next video will guide you on how to activate it. Click here to start rejuvenating your brain now.